Hey everyone, it's Brendan, and Marvel actually sent me the script for Avengers Doomsday, and I'm just gonna, spoil it away right now. Just kidding. So yeah, there's a new Avengers movie coming out soon, and we don't know who the Avengers are. I guess Robert Downey Jr. is back to play Doctor Doom for some stupid reason. We don't know what's happening with Kang. I guess maybe they're dropping him, but I don't want them to drop him. This movie needs at least 50 characters in it. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. Stephen McFeely and the Russos have a tough task of putting the story together. And man, that'd be really hard. I'm gonna give it a shot. So since I'm predicting this 2 movies before Doomsday, those 2 movies are probably going to influence what happens in the Avengers movie. So I'm going to have to make some predictions about those movies. So for the Thunderbolts, we just have to assume that most of them are going to die. We have way too many characters, just going to kill them off. But I think we're going to keep Bucky and Yelena around for Avengers. For Fantastic Four, I think Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom is going to be from the Fantastic Four universe. Most people think that at the end of the Fantastic Four movie, that universe will get destroyed by Galactus or whatever, and that the Fantastic Four and Doctor Doom will hop into our 616 universe. But I think we're going to keep the Fantastic Four Worlds universe around for Avengers so that those 2 worlds can have an incursion. As far as Doctor Doom's motivations, I feel like it's going to have to do something feeling betrayed by Reed Richards and just wanting complete control over the entire multiverse. I know that's basic, but I'm sure they'll have something more complex for Robert Downey Jr. to do, but this video can't be too long. And I think Doctor Doom will be on a quest to find Ms. Marvel's bangles, which have the power to shape realities, or I think. Don't think they're going to introduce the Beyonders, because I wouldn't. It's just way too much to do in 2 movies, just to introduce the concept of the Beyonders right here. And then, yeah. I thought about America Chavez being a kind of like MacGuffin for Doctor Doom to acquire. I don't know if the bangles make sense, because I think we saw Maria Rambeau, or the Captain Marvel from the X-Men universe. I think she had some bangles on. So I don't think the bangles are exclusive just for the 616 universe. So it wouldn't make sense why Doctor Doom wants Miss Marvel's bangles specifically. And yeah, maybe he also wants America Chavez for her multiversal abilities. I think by the time the Avengers movie starts, Captain America will have assembled a good amount of his Avengers so far, just like a little group. I don't think they should waste time just going to recruit all these Avengers. I mean, just have them all already set up just so you can have time for the story to develop. Forgive me for having to read off my laptop. There's no way I could remember this all off the top of my head. The inciting incident for this movie.
Oh my goodness. Oh boy. Oh, I'm going up this hill.
Doctor Doom travels to Earth 616 from the Fantastic Four universe, causing an incursion between the 2 realities due to all the multiversal travel up to this point in the MCU. All the way from Spider-Man to the Marvels, the Doctor Strange, and kind of at Ant-Man and Loki, and here Doctor Doom traveling. So the worlds slowly merge together, as in there are more and more strange occurrences of people from other universes showing up, like in Spider-Man No Way Home, where you had Tom Maguire and Andrew Garfield and all their villains showing up in the universe. I think we're going to have people from other universes showing up in random spots in our universe, and same thing with those universes, so they're going to be kind of like blending together at first. And there might also be some like tears in reality or portals in some spots in the realities of both worlds. So as part of the rising action, I think whilst the 2 worlds are slowly merging / colliding, there's going to be an incident with a portal that brings in a big villain or some catastrophe from another world, causing Captain America to call to action the little team he has assembled since Brave New World. That team will consist of Captain America, Falcon, Bucky with Yelena, and Shuri with Okoye, because I think Bucky's his best friend. That's who he'll go to first. And then since he's getting his suit from the Wakandans, he's going to go straight to Shuri. I mean, that's a solid team right there. So they will go battle the big villain that came out of that portal or whatever. And I'm going to say we got to kill one of them. Let's say Falcon dies here. I know he had a near-death experience in Brave New World, but are we really going to do more with this character after the Avengers movie? I think killing Falcon here will give Captain America a chip on his shoulder, an actual grudge against this multiversal war. Maybe he'll be like he could have seen it coming. And you might see Captain America go to the leader for help during this movie. So who's this villain that comes out of this portal that they're fighting? It could be an alternate version of a character we already know from another reality coming in. Or it could be a version of Kang. I think we can still have the Kangs in this movie, and here's how. I think you have Doom come in and lead the Kangs, instead of just killing them off, which a lot of people predict that Doctor Doom will do, I think Doctor Doom will go into the Council of Kings and be their leader somehow. And maybe he gets Ant-Man and the Wasp involved with him because they already killed a version of Kang, or Doctor Doom sees the Kangs as a threat and he wants Ant-Man's help in taking them down. So maybe Doctor Doom recruits the Avengers to take down the Kangs. That's a possibility. Ant-Man needs to have some story involving the Kangs just to pay off what happened in Quantumania. So Doctor Doom is on his path to hunt down America Chavez, or just the Bengals from Miss Marvel, or perhaps he could also be looking for the Watcher. Whilst all that is happening, Spider-Man runs into a villain from another world, and he needs the Avengers. So he goes to his closest ally he knows, Doctor Strange. But Doctor Strange is off fighting incursions with that lady. So Wong is there, and Wong already has been assembling some Avengers like we saw in the post-credit scene of Shang-Chi. So Wong's Avengers include Wong, Shang-Chi, Captain Marvel, Hulk, She-Hulk, and Scar. I know we have 3 Hulks, but I mean, they should all be in this movie, right? I think maybe during this battle, Scar gets killed and Hulk can go super angry at some point. Are we really going to use Scar in future MCU projects? What are we doing introducing the Son of Hulk if you're not going to kill him? Imagine trying to sell a movie of Scar. I know they can't do a Hulk movie, but they're going to keep a main Hulk around, not just a lesser version of the Hulk. So over in the X-Men universe, Monica Rambeau is over there with the X-Men, and this universe is also starting to incur with ours because of that multiversal travel. Like Infinity War, I think we're going to be following 3 to 4 groups of Avengers. Like we have Wong's Avengers, we have Captain America's Avengers, and then we're going to have Avengers over in the X-Men world. Like we have characters from other universes appearing in the 616 universe, we're going to have some of our characters from the 616 universe transport over into the Fantastic Four universe as part of this incursion. So I'm going to say that the people going from our universe to the Fantastic Four universe could be Hawkeye, Kate Bishop, maybe Nick Fury, Rhodey, maybe Ironheart and Mr. Fantastic, and they can have some smart people talk. And you could probably have people like Thor, Daredevil, and maybe some of the Guardians of the Galaxy transport over into Monica Rambeau and the X-Men universes. And they can all be working on something to stop some versions of Kang. The reason I think the Kang should still be in it is because Doctor Doom needs an army to lead if we're going to have a big Avengers battle. I guess there are Doom henchmen, but I don't. Just have a bunch of Kangs. Kangs and Doctor Doom versus the Avengers, and maybe Ant-Man is like in the middle. And I think like Thor in Infinity War coming down to help in the Wakanda battle, we're going to have Doctor Strange show up with Clea, and they're going to wreck house like Thor did, and they're just going to like get that near win. But Doctor Doom is going to end up getting the Bengals and reshaping reality into battle war.
I'm going up and up and up, headed towards that peak. Oh boy. Oh boy. Whoa! I seem to have stopped right here at the top of this peak. This is what we call the climax.
Or he can just destroy all the realities and then they all end up on the void and that's Battle World. Something like that. Anyways, yeah, I think we're going to see like the death of the entire multiverse. Like everything's going to come into one. I'm trying to disregard the leaks I saw. I don't want those to influence this prediction. As far as the characters go in this movie, everyone in the Marvel Universe is probably going to be in this movie. I don't know. Old Steve Rogers? I don't know. Moon Knight? I don't know. Echo? Probably not. I don't know how they're going to fit everybody into this besides the characters I already mentioned in the plot. And some of the themes in the movie, probably themes of mentorship with the Avengers learning from each other and learning from the older Avengers, not turning evil and going down a dark path. Throughout the multiverse saga, we've seen evil versions of all these characters. It's going to be reflective for them to not want to go down that path that they went down. It's also going to be about making sacrifices. There's going to be tragic situations where 2 universes are pitted against each other during an incursion. Either one of them will survive or none of them will survive. And the choices that those people are going to have to make are going to be tragic. Probably themes of betrayal that Doctor Doom will be feeling from Reed Richards for some reason. And then the deaths that we'll see in this movie, probably everybody. let's say everybody. We're probably going to have an original Avenger die. Maybe Hawkeye gets killed. I think Hulk's son should die. Falcon can die. I think everyone can die probably. And to tie everything together, I've created a big moments bingo. I have a bunch of big moments that a lot of people think will happen in this movie, or that I think will happen in this movie. Some of them contradict each other. So when this movie comes out, and if I get 5 in a row, we'll say that this prediction video was a success, and I predicted it correctly. So here are the moments we have. Doom kills all the Kangs. Guardians of the Galaxy have a small cameo. Dark Avengers assembled. So like alternate versions of the original 6 Avengers, Doctor Doom assembles them or whatever. The Beyonders are introduced. I'm not too sure about that one. Toby Spider-Man appears. Scar, son of Hulk, dies. Falcon dies. Doctor Strange shows up near the end. Spider-Man recognizes Doom's face as Robert Downey Jr. That'd be a big moment. There's a triple Hulk smash, since we have 3 Hulks. The Dooms turn on the Kangs. If they're working together, Doctor Doom will turn on the Kangs. Hulk goes mad. Doom acquires the Bangles. Doom kills Loki. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about how Loki factors into the movie. He's sitting on a throne. Doctor Doom's going to come in and just kill him. Battle lines are drawn scene, like we've had in Infinity War and Endgame, where we got the lineup of Kangs and then the lineup of our Avengers. Moon Knight appears. 616 Earth is destroyed. We see 5 or more incursions in this movie. Cap recruits Bucky first. Fantastic Four and Spider-Man team up. Doom is alternate version of Stark. This would be really cheap. Battle World is created. Old Steve Rogers returns. Wanda returned. Wasp dies. Like maybe Doctor Doom or one of the Kangs can kill Wasp. It'll drive Ant-Man's motivations further. And I think Ant-Man might die. Ant-Man might die in Secret Wars. He might be the one to make the big sacrifice play. It'll be Ant-Man or Doctor Strange making the big sacrifice play in Secret Wars, because Doctor Strange was the one to tell Tony to do it in Endgame, but in Secret Wars he might be the one to have to finally do it himself. And Ant-Man needs some closure. So those are my predictions for Avengers Doomsday. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What are some big moments that you think are going to happen, or big moments that you want to happen? And to be clear, this is actually the script Marvel sent me, so I just spoiled the entire movie for you. I think, and I hope I am wrong in every way, the Russos said that this movie would be challenging for the viewers and for themselves to execute. So I did a lot of research for this video, looking at what other people thought was going to happen, looking at what the Russos said, looking at like the cast rumors. This was hard to predict. Anything can happen. I just really hope Kang's in it, or else my prediction sucks. No, you really need the Kangs in this movie. If the Kangs aren't in this movie, if the Kangs are not in this movie, comment down below a punishment for me, and I will do that punishment, no matter what it is. I'll do anything.
We were made to put them in a package.
I'm the only one here.
It's usually just one person trying on shoes.
Can you shut up behind me? Who else is excited for the movie?
I can't believe.
Hey, no spoilers! Shh! I'm trying to watch.
A production. And finally.